Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today we're going to do another 2 More Looks video, this time with the Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette. I DM'd one of my followers again, like I've been doing to get the palettes for these videos, and asked her for some suggestions that I could pick between, and one of the suggestions was Gemini, and I knew a lot of you have been wanting to see me play with this again, so this is the palette I decided to go with. I'm really happy that I busted it out again. I forever love this palette. It's just so grungy and yummy. I love the tones. I feel like you can create a variety of looks just based on like different placements and different ways to play with the tones together. I don't know, I love this palette. I will forever be obsessed with it, and I really like these looks that I created today. I don't have much else left to say right now, so let's just hop into the looks and we will chat some more when I'm done. Hiya, how's it going? I feel like I look bald. It's just a ponytail day, you know how it goes. Let's go ahead and prime and get started. I have a pretty vague idea of what I want to do. It's not going to be anything too wild in this look, I think. But we'll see, it could escalate. I have another Smashbox lid primer. One of you guys was so sneaky and contacted my husband to order one for me and gift it to me. So thank you very much, you know who you are. Oh, I'm so excited to use this again. Nothing is better than a fresh Smashbox lid primer. Oh, I've missed you so much. Just gonna blend this out and not set it because I don't like to do that. Do you guys still set your base with powder, or have you guys graduated to not? Like, what works best for you? I'm very curious kind of what the majority is. So I'm gonna start by taking Luna, and I really wanna just kind of buff this all across the lid and crease, just because I don't want a whole lot of action on the lid today. I'm gonna do a wing with one of these shadows, but otherwise I'm not doing a whole lot. I want this to just kind of be a background color. I'm using this fluffy brush from Kaleidos. It's the S1, one of my all-time favorite blending brushes. Gonna go ahead and just scoot a little of that into the lower lash line. Why not? I already have the brush out. I already have the shade out. Might as well. We're gonna work on my lower lash line mostly today, which is very cool. I haven't done a heavy focus lower lash line look in a while with less on the lid, so that'll be fun. I'm gonna take Polka Dot right here, this kind of warm brown color, and I'm gonna take it on the Spectrum A12 pencil brush. I'm simply just going to smudge that all the way from inner to outer portion of my lower lash line. I still love this palette just so much. I don't feel like I'll ever stop loving this palette. Kinda, sorta, something like that. I'm gonna take that fluffy brush I just had, and I'm gonna take a mixture of that Luna shade with Lorelei, this more mustardy brown. Just kinda dabbing into both. I'm gonna use that little concoction to help buff out this lower lash line some more. What are you guys up to? Today is, I think, Wednesday the 6th. Is it Thursday? It's Wednesday. I can't keep my days straight. I just have plans to film and edit, and then I'll go play Animal Crossing. Taking a little more of that polka dot shade just to re-intensify, and then I'm going to go back in with that fluffy brush. Now I want to take the shade Cupcake, that darker brown, and I'm going to take this flat brush. It's from Morphe. It's the M432. It's just a nice flat precision brush. I'm going to take that and just really press that up against my lower lashes. So I do want a really dark brown eye pencil in my waterline today. So this will help just kind of blend it. Do you hear this? That was just a basic little pickup truck that sounded like a race car. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, the traffic outside my house. It shouldn't even surprise me anymore, but it always does. It always does. The tones of the browns in this palette just make me really happy. And you guys know I'm not like the biggest neutral person. I'm definitely more of a colorful eyeshadow lover, but just the tones of these are so up my alley. They're so yummy. I'm just taking that pencil brush with no additional product to help kind of smudge that out a little bit, and then I'll also take the fluffy brush with no additional product just to help buff. Let's go ahead and place that eye pencil down just so I can work on making sure that's buffed out nicely. It's from Milk Makeup. It's called CEO. It's a really pretty brown. I just freaking love the formula of these Milk Makeup pencils. They make me so happy. I'm just completely filling in my waterline here. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna take that dark brown Cupcake again on that flat brush, just to again really press and kind of smudge right at that waterline. I'm just gonna kind of go back and forth with all of my brushes just to make sure it's all laying the way I want it to, and I feel like it is. I think that looks really pretty. I think I might take a little bit more of that Lorelei Luna concoction, just a little bit of it. So I feel like I want to drag it down a little bit further. So that's pretty much what I'm using this shade for now. Ooh, it's so pretty. Oh, I love the way a heavy lower lash line looks so much. I think that's so pretty. I feel like this is almost a more subtle way to have a lower lash line, like heaviness. Usually I go crazy intense with bright colors and things like that, but I feel like this is more of a safer way to play with it if you are interested, but you're scared. All right, let's do our shimmer wing now. We're gonna do the pop of green shimmer, of course. I'm gonna use, it's called Goals, and I'm gonna use this angled brush. It's from Spectrum, it's the A11. And of course also my NYX glitter glue to help with that. I'm gonna just kind of place the glitter glue down as if I'm doing a wing with glitter glue, just to kind of get a rough outline. It doesn't have to be perfect. Obviously you can't really see where you're placing the glitter glue, but just a rough idea. That's all you really need. Then dipping right into that shimmer green, I'm just gonna start placing it in a wing shape. Of course this is optional as well. You could do pretty much whatever you want with the lid with this look, but this is kind of what I was feeling today. Just a cute little shadow wing moment. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I feel like practicing wings with shadows is such a good way to learn because it's a lot easier and more forgiving than liquid liner. All right, this is about where I want it. Just like a pretty basic large wing, what I tend to lean towards. For my inner corner, I figured I would just take my face highlight, which is Ray Rider from Kaleidos. I really like this one, and typically when there isn't like a highlight shade in a palette, I just use my face highlight, because then it all matches. Just gonna pop that right there in the inner corner, and that's the look. I'm gonna repeat it on the other eye, throw on my lashes and lips, and I'll be back. All right, hello, this is look number 1 of 2. I think it's so pretty. I know my lashes are huge, and a lot of you might not like that it kind of covers the liner, but for me, I think it's cute because it's just like a cute little pop, and for me, even though I do have a shimmery green wing on, the focus for this look for me is the lower lash line, and that's really what I wanted to stand out. And I just think it's so pretty, and I just love that little pop of green when I blink and when my lashes are just like more tilted down. I think it's a lovely look. I'm very pleased with this. It was very simple and I just love it. I love the shape it gives my eyes. I'm a big fan of this. Obviously you know the eye pencil because we talked about it in the video, but these lashes are the Cassette lashes from Estee, and on my lips I went with Fern Lip Glaze from Lime Crime. Anyways, this is look number 1. I hope you like it. Let's move on to the second look. Hi, hello. Let's film look number 2. I'm excited. I've been wanting to do this technique that I saw Angelica do a while back. Let me see if I can pull up a picture. She did this really cool look with the Urban Decay Vice palette where she just like really did this cool inner corner and then extended the lower lash line a little bit. I want to do something like that. Her skin always looks amazing. I love Angie so much. So I want to do something similar. Obviously not the same color scheme because let's be honest, this is not even close to the same color scheme, but I still want to play with kind of those greens and things like that and create just like a similar placement. Let's have fun with that. Let's get our eyes primed. Well, for me, just one eye because I do them one at a time on camera. Smashbox lid primer in light. Goodness gracious, I'm so happy to have this again. The Alter Ego one was doing just fine for me, but when you have a favorite eye primer, it becomes the best thing. Okay, let's start with the regular like lid area and stuff like that. I'm gonna start by just swirling Luna around really quick just to get kind of the outside area kind of a blank color essentially. I don't really want shadow going out here too much, so just gonna use this to create kind of my blank slate because I don't want my eyeshadow primer to crease or anything like that. And now I'm gonna start by taking this Fire OG shade, that kind of mid-toned matte green. This is a Morphe E17 brush. And I want to just focus that in the upper part of my crease here. I'm actually gonna wipe some of that shadow off because I had a bit on my brush, a bit too much. And I'm just kind of taking it right in that hollow of my crease, but actually a little higher, I'd say, not really directly in the hollow. Just taking it up towards my brow area, but keeping it very focused in that front half of my crease area. I keep losing my train of thought because I'm in concentration mode. I want to just take the Spectrum B06 blending brush now, and I'm going to take Mochi, that lightest green, and I'm going to use that to blend it out, just to kind of soften it. This part of the look is very similar to the reverse cut creases I do, however I'm trying to keep the focus off of the lid. I'm focusing it mostly in the crease. I'm liking what this is doing. I need a little pencil brush now to add a little bit more definition. I'm gonna take this teeny tiny brush. It's the E36 from Morphe, and I'm gonna take that darkest green now called Leo. And I'm just gonna very strategically place this right at the base of what I was just doing. I don't want this to go up too high or anything like that. I'm just trying to add depth right in that very crease of this portion. And now I'm just gonna kind of go back with the previous brushes I had. I'll take a little bit more Fire OG, that very first shade I had, to help kind of smudge right on that lip. I almost said lid, that crease color. And now I'm gonna take that blending brush again with some more Mochi to again just really swirl and blend that out. I'm going to take that very first brush I had too that I used Luna with. I don't have any additional product on this brush, just to really help buff this outer half, just to really make sure it fades into my lid nicely. And there we have it, just like a nice little pop of green crease. I think it's really pretty. I might add Ritz Super Shock shadow just to add a little bit of wetness on the lid, but I really am liking that. I think it's cool. For the lower lash line, I think I do want to play with kind of these more warm tones rather than the green tones. So I'm going to start by just taking Cupcake, and I'm going to take that on the flat brush I used for look number 1. It's the M432. I'm just going to press that right up against my lashes. As I get to this outer half, I'm just going to follow what my lash line does and just keep pulling it out. Next, I'm going to take that Spectrum A12 pencil brush I used yesterday as well, and I'm going to take Polka Dot, that medium toned brown, just a little bit of it. I'm just going to really start smudging right at that brown. How's your day going? It's been 2 days since I filmed look number 1. It's May 8th now, so yeah, 2 days. Yesterday I filmed my freckle video, which is already up on my channel by the time this is up. I'm just hanging out, did some editing. Now I'm filming, I'll do some Animal Crossing later. That's the cycle right now. I'm gonna take this Colourpop E2, it's just stained, it doesn't have shadow on it at all. And I'm gonna take Lorelei and use that to help smudge even more, especially in this outer portion, because I don't want this outer portion to be too like thick. I want it to fade nicely, I just want it to be a little touch of that line, which is kind of what it's doing. I think that's pretty. Now I'm going to take that very first brush again with a little bit more Luna. And by first brush, I mean the first brush of the whole look, that Kaleidos brush. Just to really help smudge. Oh, I think that's pretty. I think I want to add a little bit of that shimmer Gemini. I'm just going to take that on that Spectrum A12 pencil brush I used earlier. I just want to press that right up in my tear duct zone. Kind of sort of something like that. I do think I want to add Ritz. I'm liking the matte vibe, but I do want a little bit of glossiness. So I'm just going to take Ritz on my finger. I'm simply just going to press that across the lid just to give that wet vibe. Just adds that little extra something that I crave with my looks. For my inner corner, I guess we should just use Ray Rider again, my face highlight. I think that would be pretty. My lid just popped off of this. I don't even know how that happened. Oh goodness. Goodness gracious. All right, highlighting the inner corner. Not gonna think about the fact that that just self-destructed. It's fine. It just pops right on. We're good. It just doesn't flip open anymore. Okay, well, I'm gonna finish up my look, and then I'll be back when it's complete. All right, this is look number 2. I think it's so pretty, and I feel like, obviously you guys know I love my lashes regardless, but I feel like this kind of look really flatters lashes because you're able to see that color beyond the lashes. It's not something on the lid that's getting hidden. And I feel like that extended shadow just kind of adds to the shape of the lashes just a little bit. But I did think it looked pretty without the lashes. By no means do I think you have to have lashes. It's totally a personal preference, but I'm liking this overall look a lot. The eye pencil I decided to go with is Golden Olive from NYX. My lashes are still Cassette from Estico. And on my lips, I took the Alpha liquid lipstick from Menagerie, but I just kind of dotted it around and patted out. I didn't want that full opacity. I just kind of wanted a little this, essentially. Well, this is look number 2. I guess we should just hop to the end of the video now. Alright, those were my looks. What did you think? Which look was your favorite? I think I have to give it to look number 1. I really liked that smoky lower lash line with that pop of shimmer wing. I thought that was so beautiful, but I'm very happy with this look as well. I think it's so, I don't know, it's just lovely. I really like this look. I would love to know what you think of this palette. I know it's been out for a while. Do you guys have it? Do you still have your eye on it? Do you have no interest in it? I would just love to hear your thoughts. The color story just gets me every time. This was actually a gift from a subscriber about a year ago, and I'm still so insanely excited about it. Forever one of the best gifts ever. This is just amazing. Thank you again if you watch this. I'm just so appreciative. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me a green emoji, and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's BeautBee and follow me there. I post every single day, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting most days here as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.